Before becoming a billion-dollar empire, it was just a guy selling shoes from the trunk of his car. Most people see Nike and think of success, fame, power, global dominance, but they don't see the beginning, because Nike was never supposed to win. It started with one man, Phil Knight. He wasn't rich, he wasn't powerful, and he definitely didn't have a perfect plan. Just an idea that sounded almost stupid. He believed that Japanese running shoes could beat expensive German ones. At that time, the market was dominated by giants like Adidas. And who was he? Nobody. But he didn't care. In 1964, he started a small company called Blue Ribbon Sports. No office, no big team, just him and a dream. He imported shoes from Japan and sold them himself. No fancy store, just the back of his car. He would drive to track meets, open his trunk, and sell shoes to athletes. That was Nike, not a brand, not a company, just hustle. But building something real is never that simple. Money was always a problem. Every time the business grew, he needed more cash. Banks didn't trust him. Investors didn't believe him. And at one point, his own supplier tried to cut him off. Imagine that. The one thing your business depends on. Gone. Most people would have quit right there. But he didn't. Instead, he made a bold move. He decided to create his own brand, not sell someone else's shoes. Build his own. That decision changed everything. But it also made things harder, because now he wasn't just selling. He was competing against giants, against companies with more money, more power, more everything. And then came another problem. The shoes weren't perfect. Early designs had issues, quality problems, production struggles. Everything that could go wrong did. There were moments when failure felt certain, when the company was drowning in debt, when one bad decision could end everything. But in the middle of all that chaos, something powerful happened. Obsession. He didn't just want to sell shoes. He wanted to create something better, something athletes would choose, not because it was cheap, but because it was the best. And then came a breakthrough, simple idea, a new kind of sole, inspired by a waffle iron. Sounds crazy, right? But that small innovation changed performance. Athletes felt the difference, and slowly people started noticing. Then came branding, not just a logo, an identity, the name Nike, inspired by the Greek goddess of victory. And the swoosh? Simple, clean, powerful. At first, no one cared. But Nike kept pushing. They didn't just sell shoes. They sold a feeling, a mindset. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. And then everything changed. They started signing athletes, not just to promote products, but to represent something bigger. Relentless drive, winning mentality. And suddenly, Nike wasn't just a shoe company. It became a symbol. Sales exploded. The same company that once struggled to survive was now taking over the market. Country by country, sport by sport, Nike grew into a global powerhouse. Today, it's one of the most recognizable brands in the world. Worn by millions, trusted by champions. But behind that success is a story people don't see. The nights of uncertainty, the fear of losing everything, the moments where quitting felt easier than continuing. Here's the truth. Nike didn't win because it was perfect. It won because it refused to stop. Because while others played it safe, they took risks. While others waited, they moved. While others doubted, they believed. And that's the lesson. Success doesn't start with resources. It starts with belief, with showing up even when nothing is working, with continuing even when no one believes in you. Because one day, that small idea that no one took seriously can become something unstoppable. So if you're starting small, if it feels like you're behind, remember this. Nike started in a car trunk, and now it runs the world.